I also want to touch upon why I'm making videos, why I'm putting out content, why I'm trying to put out information. And one thought is I'm doing it out of love because I love the truth and I want everybody to be happy and I have like good intentions. But I was thinking that's not really true. I think I'm doing it out of anger and hate, because I think I hate lies, I hate the devil, I hate people that lie and manipulate so much that I want to foil their plans. I want to give people an opportunity to see clear where they're trying to distort reality. So it's really, I think I'm doing things out of hate. I think I'm motivated out of anger and hate for the enemy, which happens to be the devil and everybody that operates for the devil's purpose. Everybody that lies, everybody that tries to manipulate, everybody that steals, everybody that does wrong, even though sometimes they don't do it intentionally, they do it for purpose of their own personal gain, they didn't mean to hurt somebody. The result's the same. You're working for the devil, you're doing his bidding. So my mission is to destroy your plans, to expose the lies, bring everything into the light, and then people can make decisions. Now, let's say I expose all the lies. I say, hey, this is what the devil's doing. I explained it all. It's very clear. And people listen to that and still say, I don't like it, or I don't agree with you. Either one way or another, they're not convinced. Or if they're convinced, they just don't like what I'm saying. Then they could be judged fairly, because now they heard what both positions are. It's not like they were misinformed by some great atheist channel, and some of them are very convincing. Some of those atheist channels put out a very good content, give you good reasons. They pull on your emotions this way, like, yeah, why is it that way? Everybody should have the rights to do this and that. That's not fair. Even though they're not explaining everything. They're not explaining when you have the rights to do something, it doesn't mean it's good for you, right? So they just give you partial truths and leave out the rest of it. They don't explain to you that, hey, you could do what you want. God gave you free will, but he's also warning you, if you go this direction, this is the results. But these satanic people don't say that. They just say you have free will. They pretty much say God doesn't exist, so that's not a factor. Do what thou wants. That's, I think, Aleister Crowley. He was a Satanist, and his whole thing was do what thou want. And that's pretty much the creed of Satan. Do whatever you want. There's no right, there's no wrong. And many atheists will will say that. They'll say there's no right or wrong. There's no objective morality. I mean, then of course we can destroy their argument, but they're gonna stick with that. So I think we are driven in this situation. I'm driven by hatred of the devil. So my intentions is not right now love. Right now is to destroy the enemy's plans and let people make informed decisions. So I'm not forcing anybody to make any decisions one way or another. I want them to make good decisions. I don't want them to burn. I don't want them to go wrong direction. But at the end of the day, they have to make their own informed decisions. And I think that's what we have to be. We have to be informative. We care. We do care about them. But we're driven by the enemy and not our love for people, because really at the end of the day, if we love them or we don't love them, if they have all the information and they make a wrong decision, there's nothing we could do for them. Our goal is to square up the information to make sure, hey, this is the right stuff, everything else is wrong, do what you want from there. And that should be our intention. And if they engage us and say we're wrong and disagree with us, that's when we start getting into the wrestling match, because obviously they're not convinced. So we want to get into the wrestling match to a certain point, and then we have to know when to say, all right, well, that's enough. I gave you the information. You believe I'm wrong. Go your way. Go with God. Now they're going to be judged righteously because they had all the information they needed. They continued to be blinded. And most of them, I think, they're blinded because they want to be blinded. They don't want what I'm saying to be true, so they continue going their way. And you'll see many, many silly arguments that they'll make. I have one person that I argue with, and I try to tell them that Christianity is true and give them facts and reasons. And for whatever reason, instead of trying to destroy my argument, they try to destroy my argument by showing me other religions that are wrong. They'll bring up this one creepy religion. Their person is Sakya Sai Baba. If you look into what he's saying, you'd have to be insane to think that this guy is God and to follow this guy. And many other ones. I mean, I'm not going to list them all. You can get into one by one, look at the detail. And of course, they compare those evil religions, evil people, to Jesus. That's when I know I won, because they're using the worst person possible, and they know that person is wrong because they don't believe in him. That's what usually I say. Well, if that's true, so you believe in this person? They say, no, I don't believe him. He's a piece of crap. I'm like, oh, so why are you bringing up a piece of crap to argue against my religion? Why don't you just destroy my religion itself without using something you don't believe in either? So we both agree that Sakya Sai Baba is wrong, and he's a fake, and he's a fraud, and he's what he is. But he's trying to use him to say, well, all religions are the same because look at this guy's religion is wrong. And that is wrong on so many levels, to try and disprove something by putting everything in the same category. Let's say all religions are in one category, and saying, well, since there's lots of wrong religions, that means all religions are wrong. That has got to be the definition of insanity, to actually argue that way, which tells me that person's not really insane, because I know that person's probably far more intelligent than I am. They're purposely blinded. They're blinded for a reason. And then once we start getting into that reason, that's when everything starts coming to light. Are they angry? Do they hate God? What is the actual reason for them to argue in such an unreasonable manner? If you're going to argue against something, you're going to argue directly at that subject or topic. You're not going to try and bring in silly arguments to try and disprove that argument, because rational people won't be convinced. Like, you're not going to convince me that because Sakya Sai Baba formed a religion and his religion is bad, that means Jesus' religion is also bad, because all religions are bad, right? I'd have to be a fool. I'd have to be insane. I'd have to be not worthy of understanding truth from lies. And when I'm judged, let's say he sold me on that. When I'm judged by God, by Jesus, I would deserve death. I would deserve punishment because of such a foolish thought. And God gave me all the ability. He gave us, for the most part, all of us, certain ability, and we're going to be judged by that ability. So there's not too many people that really don't understand the topic, that you can't compare Sakya Sai Baba to Jesus, because once you break it down to them, you show what Jesus said, what he did, how he lived, and then you show what Sakya Sai Baba lived and what he said and the things that he was accused of doing. It's not even a comparison. It's an insult to Jesus. And whoever compares these two together is going to be punished for that. Hopefully they repent and understand what they're doing is wrong and come back, but they need the information. So we have to give them that information. We have to argue that information until they either are convinced or they want to stay with what they believe and continue going on the wrong path. And once you start going on the wrong path that way, you're going to make a lot of other bad decisions, right? It's not like you made one bad decision, Jesus is wrong and Sai Sai Baba is wrong also, and they're all the same. That's going to lead you into other bad decisions, right? Because once you go towards Jesus, he's going to lead you a certain direction that is going to be the right direction. Once you go away from Jesus, you still might be a good person, you still might do good, there's still you can still go down a good path without Jesus, but you can easily be slipped the wrong direction at the wrong time. The devil's going to get you because you were always going on the side road but never along the highway. So if we're going on the highway and there's like a little frontage road, the highway is Jesus, and you're going to continue going straight and it's going to get you where you need to go. But if you're going alongside that highway on a different road, there could be a turn, a twist, a dead end that's not going to get you where you need to go, and you're going to have a hard time trying to get back on that highway because now you're already off the beaten path and you're not going the right direction. So our goal should be to straighten people out, straighten out the information, get the truth out, and that's our objective. And the truth should be pushed out in order to crush the lies, to eradicate them to the point where somebody, when they make a decision, they make a decision on the facts. And if they continue wanting to make the wrong decision, then that's on to them. Thank you.